yeah, hopefuls, I'm actually filming this on Monday, so I literally just filmed my video yesterday. And this is either going to be part 1 of my Sunday video, where hopefully I'll have a chance to watch your videos and then film part 2 on Sunday or on the weekend. Or if I don't have time for that, I'll just put this up, and I'm sorry. I'm hoping I will have a chance to film something in response to you guys. But I've just pulled up my list of countries I've been to, and it turns out I do actually already have a list. And I also, no, I don't have a, oh, I did already have a list of states I've been to as well. So here we go. These are in alphabetical order and not in like when I went to them order. I don't think I'd be able to put it in an accurate order. So I've been to Austria, which I mentioned last week. Obviously I've been to Australia, I've been to Belgium, I've been to Bulgaria, which I loved and made a video about. I've been to China because I've been to Hong Kong, which I also spoke about last week. Then I went to Croatia, which I also spoke about. I went to the Czech Republic. I've been to Finland, where I lived for 6 weeks, which was amazing. I've been to France. I've been to Germany. I've been to Greece, where I also lived. I've been to Holland, of course, where I've lived, which actually should be under the Netherlands, but whatever. I've been to Honduras, which was on the cruise I went on about 6 years ago now. It was amazing. I've been to Hungary. I've been to Ireland a few times. Again, I've made a vlog about that. I've been to Israel, I've been to Italy, to Liechtenstein, I've been to Mexico, which was also on that cruise, I've been to New Zealand, which was many years ago, I think it was like 11 years ago, approximately, I don't know exactly. I recently went to Portugal, which I loved. I went to Singapore, I've been to Slovenia, Spain, Switzerland, Turkey, which I also loved. I've been twice to Turkey, to the UK obviously, and the United States. I could be missing some, but I don't know. In total, that is 28 according to my list. Now states, I can't see exactly, I've definitely been to over 10, but let me read them out. Again, this is alphabetical. I went to at least 10, I think, on my road trip. Or maybe exactly 10, I can't remember. I've been to Arizona, which I spoke about last week. I've been to California, Colorado, Illinois, Minnesota, Montana for like half an hour, Nevada, New Mexico, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. So that's 16? Surely not. I think so. That kind of blows my mind. Anyway, this is, like I said, either part 1 of the video for next week or my whole video for next week, but I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll come back to you later, hopefully. And I just realised, if I'm already on 28 countries, I only need 2 more before I turn 30. I can handle that. I've got Georgia really high on my bucket list, like I'm really desperate to go to Georgia, and have been for a few years now, and I'm waiting to go with my father, hopefully, and I'm hoping that will happen before I'm 30. What else is on my bucket list? Well, as I mentioned, hopefully South Africa in the next year, I hope. I can't think of anywhere else. I mean, Fiji's been really high on my bucket list for a long time, but I don't know if that's going to happen. And honestly, I'd love to do more of the Caribbean, but I just don't see that happening unless I get to like work on a cruise or something. I mean, as I mentioned last week, I'd love to go to Canada. I do hope I'll get to go to Canada before I turn 30. So that's 3 countries already. I'm sure there's lots more, and maybe if I do film part 2 of this video on Saturday, Sunday, Friday, whatever, I might let you know, or I might just forget. Or there might not be anything else that is super sort of high up on my list, but I don't think that's true. I would actually really like to go to Ethiopia as well, and a lot of South America. I would love to do South America, but I'm so nervous to go on my own. I feel like I would feel a lot safer traveling with either my brother or my father or just a male figure, because that's the society we live in. Yay! Oh, it's so sad being a woman, isn't it? All right. I'll see you all later. Hello hopefuls, here is part 2 of the video. KATIE-REBEKAH, I haven't seen a video from you yet as of when I'm filming this, so I can't respond to that, but I will respond to Sam. First of all, I can't believe that this is the end of the travel week month. I've really enjoyed talking about it, like I could do this all year. But anyway, so Sam, when you were talking about moving house and that first meal when you're just surrounded by boxes and you kind of just have no idea what's going to go where, what's going to happen, I am totally with you on that being like such a great feeling of moving house, because you do just feel the potential, and you're in the house and you've got your boxes, so you don't need to worry about the stress of moving everything. You've got it all there, you just need to unpack it, and that's a problem for later. And yeah, I love it. I also just love, I think, well, like you said, the blank slate feel of moving house, the potential. I'm just going to keep going around in circles. Then you mentioned your road trip idea of doing like small towns that are kind of off the beaten track. And I love that idea. My favorite places that I visited in the past are things that are just kind of unexpected, out of the blue, middle of nowhere. And you just stumble upon a tiny community somewhere and it's amazing. usually. Then you mentioned Singapore and Singapore airport. Now, the first time we moved to Australia, or the only time we moved to Australia, we flew via Singapore, and that's when we had a day in Singapore. And I remember just being so overwhelmed by the airport. The whole day obviously was crazy because we were just uprooting our lives with no information really about Australia. So it was kind of mental anyway. But then we land in Singapore and it's just like, what is this? And I'd never been to Asia before, like everything about it was crazy. And since then I have flown via Singapore airport a few times and I love it. I think it's a fantastic airport. I always fly with Singapore Airlines when I fly via there and I love that airline. So yeah, I would recommend allocating some time next time you're sort of in that area to just explore the airport because it's crazy. And lastly, you mentioned about the road trip you want to do in Iceland, and I think that sounds incredible. I imagine, I've never been, but I imagine that it's a beautiful, beautiful island, and I would love to do a road trip there. I think it would just be so, so gorgeous, and I think you'd see some amazing things, experience incredible things. It just, yeah, I'd love to do that. But there's a lot of travel things I'd love to do, so, you know, we're gonna have to wait. I think next month is throwback season. I think that's the theme we're going for. And I'm really gonna have to, I think, sit down and think about it for a bit because I just don't know what I'm going to talk about. But I'm sure once you guys start talking about things as well, we can again have sort of a response type thing going, which would be nice. I don't like what's up with this one piece of hair. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that and I'll see you all hopefully next week. Bye!